I ask you about love, probably quote me a sonnet. But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable. You can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy.
All right, everybody, I am back. This is Jay from JNETICS Live, man. I got some good news for every single person. I've been waiting for this interview. I gotta just start off by saying this is a interview, one of those ones that you say that was in the making, right, for years. And I have a guest here today, a young lady that really doesn't need an introduction, but just to introduce to some and to present to others. Francesca Appolito is in the building today, and I just want to encourage everyone, if you're a woman, if you are a man, right, or a human being, I don't want you to miss what we're talking about today. And today we're talking about diet. We're talking about diet. We're talking about food. We're talking about motivation. We're talking about that why. We're talking about diet. So I'm going to start just for a moment letting Francesca Appolito get on the microphone right now and tell the people what's going on in your life.
In my life. Good evening, everybody. My life, I've been a coach. Jay likes to say different words.
Speak on it. Speak on it. Come on, teacher. Yes, you are.
A little bit over 40 years.
Come on now.
I've worked with Jay. I've also worked with many bodybuilders, nutritionists, life coaches. I would say I'm all of the above after all the years of experience. I like to change people's lives.
There we go.
I'm not all about, diet. You have to stay on this diet. It's about changing the way you think, changing the way you feel, changing the way you act, live, everything. And at my age of over 59 years old, I feel great. I'm not on any kind of medications.
Come on.
Nothing.
Come on.
I just, it's a spiritual thing as well as just nutrition, because you could heal yourself through nutrition. So all the fad diets that we're going to be talking about today.
Absolutely.
It's not about like who's better than this and what works. It's about everything. It's about living longer. It's about feeling better. It's about being empowered. And that's what I like to do, especially because I train a lot of women. And so a lot of times they come to me in a broken state, and I like to build them up. And that is with nutrition, because how you feel is how you're going to act.
I like that. Now, Frank, before you came on the show, I got a chance to talk to a few people, and they had questions, right? But before we go any further, right, because I know you said we used to work together, but there's some people that really don't know our story. They don't know how I truly met you and how you came into this fitness game. Now, again, you've been a competitor, and you've been competing and lifting weights for a long time,
right.
And that's can never be taken away. And the power of that is I met you, and I want you to tell the story, because whenever I tell the story, it sounds like, man, he's telling the story.
He can talk.
But when you tell the story, it's going to be different. So go ahead.
Yeah.
How did we meet?
LA Fitness. We met at LA Fitness.
Okay.
Jay had his own business, and in a business, in which everybody would be like, they heard him. Let's go.
Right.
And I watched most of the trainers. I had been working at an office at the time.
Right.
And I was just training myself. And I was probably out of the bodybuilding industry for like, I don't know, maybe 15 years.
Right.
Son at the time, and I was training, and Jay came up to me with Kim Soden.
Yes.
And still with her today.
Yeah, so this every day.
And
yes.
He said, "Excuse me, can I bother you for a second?" I was doing leg extensions. I can't believe this is almost 30 years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's great
and
that
he
you
said,
remember.
"What did you have for breakfast?" And
yes.
I looked at him, and I said what I had. I said oatmeal, or and he goes, talk to Kim."
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we started talking. We trained a little bit. I was working at an office, and Jay said, "You know what?" After a while, he'd say, "You know what?" I trained a few times with him, and he said, "I want you to come on board." And I had just started working at this office.
Law office? What
it's
kind
a
of
law
office?
office.
Okay.
It was a law firm,
Okay.
and I had just done the whole like training. I was there for 2 weeks. That was it. And he came in. He goes, He walked in my job.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
come get her off her job.
Right.
He goes, "I'll be willing to pay you what you make here in cash."
Right.
I said, "Okay, I'll do that." But Jay's just like, "Let's do it right now." He always just been like, "Let's go." I said, I'll have to give my 2 weeks notice." He goes, "This is your notice." And I said, "Okay." So I walked in the back, and I talked to the HR person. And as I was walking out, he says, "What if it doesn't work?" And I just turned around and I said, "What if it does?"
There we go. Thank you, Franny. Now watch this. I like that because many people don't know that what would just happen. And a piece of it, if I can add this, we was driving in my convertible car. We went to lunch, and I said, "I want you to come go to lunch with me." And she did. And driving her back, I said, "I don't want you to go back." She said, "What? I got to go back. I'm at work." I'm like, "Franny, look, we had the top down, right? I'm like, you're not going back to work. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, this is your notice. This is it. I want you to come on board. Whatever you make, I'm gonna match it, and you're gonna quit today. Today. And she looked at me and she said, today? I said, today. Today. She put I said, today.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
So,
She's more methodical and planned out. I'm like, today,
no,
you're gonna quit.
It's called the right thing to do.
Some people can call it the right thing to do, but I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, and I saw something in her.
Yes.
And that's what I want to tell everybody today is that that's how we met. Because I'm that person that's going to pull the trigger. I'm not going to wait around and wait around. And guess what? It did more than just work. It worked. It blew up. Right? Am I right about that?
Right.
So people have no idea when God tells you to move on something, boom, it exploded. Right? So it was beautiful. And one of the things she used to say to me, you do the talking, I'll do the training. Leave me alone. Yeah, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to sit over here. I'm like, that'll change. Okay, I'll take it. Now, today, she's on a talk show about to do some talking. Yeah. So let's get started, Franny. I had some questions that I wanted to talk to you about. And if you can, let your hair down. Oh, it is down. All right, so let it down some more because there's some people that are out there that want to hear, how did you become the best? Now, understand, this woman has gone and got retired from bodybuilding, came back to bodybuilding, and came back and has won every single thing she got on stage to win. Now, I don't know if people really understand what goes into that, but what goes into it is not just lifting the weight. You got to have your mind right? You got to have your sleep right. Watch this. You got to have your life right. Watch this. You got to have your whole food prepared. Right? You got to be ready to do whatever it takes, right? And this woman has done that. Now, many people want to talk about the age factor. Well, you're old and you got to watch it. She doesn't know that. Now, I'm not going to ask her to take off nothing, and that'll be her choice. But I'm going to, because it's something, it's something, this is the, and matter of fact, this is the best time to take off something, because this way you can do it one time and people just can play the tape over and over again. When I tell you she's in phenomenal shape, not just a little bit, not aerobic shape. No, she's in phenomenal shape. I'm talking abs up, shoulders, arms, chest, back, the whole get down. Why? Because of the years of discipline and the years of knowing what she wanted and knowing what she has to do. So all you young girls out there that are listening to so-and-so and so-and-so, I want you to hear a pro tonight. I want you to hear a pro, not coming just for me, but I want you to hear what a woman has to say about certain things. So one of the first questions that a lady has sent me, she said, how do I know, right? And why do women have more fat than men? Why? Why do they have more body fat than a man does? Because a man can do some jumping jacks and he leans out, and a woman has to do 4 hours of cardio. Is this what her question was? So how do you answer that? How do you speak to that client that, heavy chested, got a big round belly, and she says, well, I eat sometimes and I have a donut here and there and I do drink. And how do you take that client in? What do you say, Francesca?
Well, it's a very loaded question.
Yes, it is.
I have to know her age or...
Okay, let's just say 25 years old.
Oh, 25.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, the testosterone in a man to a woman, okay, so it's the muscle mass.
Right.
And it's her... A lot of girls say, well, I have a young girl now, and she is 25.
Okay.
And she said, she was born that way. She was born big. No, she wasn't.
Speak. Mm-hmm.
It is her lifestyle. It's what her parents gave her, because we have a smaller one and we have a bigger one, and it's just genetics.
Yes.
When you're born, genetic, and it's your lifestyle that makes you that way.
Right.
So it's the cause. It's not. Oh, she ate so much. It's not eating and eating. And again, genetically, you have a certain look, but as we get older, everything starts to change.
Yes. Now, would you recommend if a client like that? And again, I don't want to stop you. Would you recommend bread and cheese and low fat?
No.
I mean, but it's low fat.
It doesn't matter.
No. Oh,
fat is fat to me.
Oh,
it's not a low fat thing.
Okay.
Oh my God, here we go. Like, it's going to be like, oh my God, my calories are low.
There we go.
Yeah, but what are you eating?
Speak. Thank you.
Because you could have a big abdominal area and small legs, and what happens is, if you're doing a calorie thing, you're going to get smaller, but guess what? You're still going to have that abdominal, and you're still going to have that small leg. But what we do is change the shape of your physique, and you could do that. You will still have longer legs, but I can make your waist come even smaller by building up that. And it starts with nutrition then.
Okay.
Because now I don't do the calories.
Okay.
I have a whole group of girls that are going away this weekend to Palm Springs for a bachelorette party.
Okay.
They know me. I'm a competitor still.
There we go.
I train them like they're competitors. You're competing for life. That's what you're doing. You're not going on stage, but your lifestyle is your stage every day. Because they're like, I'm going to save my calories for drinking. Go ahead and do that. Because you're going to come back to me and say, kick my butt, because that's what you know what? I just ate and you're going to feel crappy. And I said, I'm trying to save you from doing that.
That's right.
Because what are you celebrating? You're celebrating somebody else.
Right.
Celebrate yourself.
Amen.
By bringing your food with you.
Amen.
And if they don't have it, bring your food with you.
There we
that
go.
means that you have to make it.
Right.
Because there's only one girl out of 10 that is doing what I told her to do. Because why? She's 25, 26. She hasn't been this small since she was 18. And she's listening to me.
Okay. And what is some stuff you're having her do? Let's talk a real case.
I'm having her lift, believe it or not, I'm having her lift real heavy.
Okay, very good. Now, wait, it's been told you get bulky when you lift heavy.
Well, because you're eating crap.
Okay.
So you're feeding the muscle.
So that answered that question. Okay.
Yeah. So, and they don't eat and they do eat. And so they forgot who I was, because she had to figure out who I was.
Right.
Because I always say to her and everybody, I do not second guess my plan. I do not second guess anything that I tell you. So if you're saying, I'm not losing a pound when you're supposed to be losing it, believe it or not, I can make you lose a pound every day if you follow, and you're eating 4 to 5 times, 6 times a day sometimes. It's just what you're eating.
Right.
I'm starving. No, you were actually starving before, because what you're doing is you're starving yourself so you could eat at night and eat everything.
I see.
So again, I don't do calories, but if you're burning a certain amount of calories and you start throwing calories at me, I go, it's 3,500 calories to burn 1 pound of fat.
Okay.
So you could stay on that elliptical
There's
all
the
day
equation.
long.
There's the equation. See,
and they don't want to do that. So it's easier to do a food plan. Now they go, how long do you have to stay on it?
Come on.
When could we be done?
That's
well,
right.
I've been on and off of it for 40 years.
Oh, did anybody hear that? On and off for 40 years.
For
But
40
now
years.
when you say off, let's clarify that. For you, we're talking about you now. What is off for you?
Off. Okay, so if I go off, it's called eating my feelings.
Right.
If I've done that. I'm like, you know what? Up to date, as of like just this last week, I said, you know what? On my off days, I would go, la, 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 la. And I'm thinking, I'm like, that's not, I'm gonna have a cheat meal. No, you're not. You're hurting yourself.
Right.
So just have a bite or something, because when you start limiting yourself, you're like, you know what? When you start limiting stuff, whether it's people or food, then you don't even want it anymore.
There you go.
You don't want anything. I don't even drink anymore. Like I have a drink, and now I'm like, I can't. My son doesn't even do it. And he's young, and he's in that lifestyle. He's like, I stopped doing it.
Good.
But I don't even get. Oh, what does your son look like? Is he in a phenomenal shape? No.
Right.
Because he thinks I'm crazy, because I tried to do that in trainer when he was younger.
He ain't
He'd
in
get
that.
sick, and he'd throw up. He's like, my mom's crazy. But when he wants to lose weight, what does he do? He gets on my food plan.
That's right.
I see him cooking. He's making the chicken, and it's all. They always say, it's your chicken and asparagus diet. No, you eat that, but the asparagus is. I make you eat superfoods because I don't have the vitamins. I do take supplements, but I take the aminos because that's a lot of repair and growth.
Right.
So I don't take a lot of stuff. And again, you'll start feeling a lot better when you start eating well, because the inflammation that you cause yourself.
Right.
The joints hurt. Your joints hurt because you're inflaming them with the
That's
food.
right, with sugars and stuff like
Everything. It makes you think bad. It's just, you can't
There we
sleep
go.
right.
There we go. Now, see, there are some women out there right now, right? They are saying, wait a minute, like you were saying about the young lady, I'm overweight, and now you have me do what? 2 hours of cardio a day? Is it about my weight? Is that what you're designing your program to say, okay, I want to get your weight down and get your weight? Is it so much about weight, or is it so much about inches and weight, shape? What should you let be your guide, the scale or the mirror?
The mirror,
Okay.
because also they jump on the scale and they said, oh, look, I didn't gain any weight. And I said, well, put that. I have the waist trainer because I'm waist training. So even though I'm doing this today, I'm like, I'm still doing it. I'm bringing it in. I'm wearing it. Okay, does that work? No, that's why I'm wearing it.
Right.
Does that diet work? No, that's why I'm giving it to you.
That's right, right.
So what they do is they second guess and they start asking other people, what do you eat? What are you asking her?
That's right.
You're asking that girl in the gym what she eats because now she's in great shape. But guess what? In order for her to get in that shape, she ate different.
Right.
Ask her what she ate to get there.
That's right. There we
Ask her
go.
what she ate to get there, because right now she gets to eat other foods.
There we go.
Because once you get there, it's a little bit different. You could add a little bit more calories.
Right.
And then the calories come in.
That's
you
right.
Can add a little bit more things.
Yeah, things, exactly.
You can add a little bit more
I was
things,
gonna
because
say.
in the beginning, what I do is because we live in a quick fix society.
Yes.
That's why there's pills. That's why it's like fast food. This is why. Oh, listen, and we have, as a matter of fact, a lot of food prepping places.
Yeah. Now
They're
they are.
loaded with sodium.
Yeah, now they are. Yes.
And what is in that? What are you having? They have chicken. Everything looks yummy, but you're not going to lose a pound. You just spent $500 for the week.
Wow.
And you haven't lost a pound. So let's do my food plan again. And I'm not saying that those places are not good. I mean, they're good for the average Joe. They're not eating out.
Right.
But you're still eating out. Because in order for you to keep that preserved, you have to put something in it, or they're going to have to throw it away.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say make your own food. Don't let anybody else make it, because you know what comes with that? It's your own. You're doing it yourself. Everything is empowerment to me.
Right.
Okay, so when you come in and you're crying, you're like, I'm going to look good for him, and I'm going to get, no, you're looking good for you,
Right.
and then you're not going to care about him.
Or her.
You're going to care about her or him,
Right.
and then everybody's just going to start coming to you, because you don't have to chase nobody, because you're chasing yourself and getting in shape. Because, okay, so there is so many things to go behind, like if a woman's big or,
Right.
she had kids. Okay, so again,
Yes.
the skin is an organ.
Yeah.
Okay, it gets tight in a matter of time. So get it down there first.
Right.
I'm not against plastic surgery at all. I love the doctors, but get it down for. Don't use that as a means of getting in shape. As
Right.
liposuction, that's so bad.
Okay, there.
that's-
I want to speak on that, because there's another lady saying, "Well, I'm just going to get a little bit. I'm going to get it sucked out first, and then I'm going to change my diet." What do you say to that?
That's the worst thing you could do.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of doctors will say lose the weight first, and then we'll do that.
What about the doctors that don't? Because they're saying that
'Cause they-
now.
Because they want the money.
Okay.
They're
And
not-
but
to
what about
me,
the
they
customer?
want the money.
What about the person, though? What do you recommend for that person, or whoever's listening to us right now, that's saying, "Hey, Francesca, you know what? You can probably say that you've been lifting weights, you got great genetics, you did this, but you've disciplined your life to look the way you do." Right? So there's a lot of people that don't quite put the two together. And Franny, we got to go back a ways, because the generation that you and I grew up in, we watched the championship bodybuilders.
I love our generation.
Yes. Well, don't get me wrong.
I love it.
I'm saying, but we, and the generation of bodybuilding I'm talking about.
I know.
But in
The
that
generation of
in that
bodybuilding.
generation of bodybuilders, they did the work. Lee Haney said one time, he said, "It took me 10 years, right, just to get to a place where I can even try to qualify." And then finally, when I did qualify for the Olympia, it took me 20 years to become a pro.
Yeah.
These people are turning pro in a weekend or 6
turning
weeks.
pro.
What's going on? Wait.
Even the ones that should have been
Right.
winning, again, they're like, well, he already won twice. Let's get him over.
Absolutely.
What?
So here we are in a society right now, right, that's just rewarding folk, just handing out rewards. There you go. Because people don't realize that comes with work. But if you don't understand the work that she has to go through, right? So everybody's like, I just want it fixed. So what do I have to run? What juice do I have to take? What diet do I have to drink? What drink do I have to drink? Okay, I'll just get some of this sucked up, but I want to look like you. It's not going to happen. And we're not Debbie Downer here. We're just saying, wait, but you got to understand the truth. Weightlifting does not care that it's 2020 and 2019, okay? It does not care about that. What it cares about is, are you disciplined?
Discipline.
Are you eating? Are you consistent? And are you going to do the work? That's what this cares about. So if you're not on that page, then you can't get this reward. Right? Zumba won't give you this reward. Right? Yoga won't give you. Is there anything wrong with that? No. But it won't give you the weight training reward, if that makes sense. So when you understand, there's so many people that are so disillusioned because other people are trying to make money off you. Look, Franny don't have to lie. I don't have to lie about it, because for 20 years, 30 years between us here, doing this whole thing, it's only one way to get this. You don't get nice quads, nice back from strapping the rubber band and wiggling the ropes. You don't get that from that. No. Okay, those are activities. Those are things. You have to get back to the training side of this thing. And too many people are not on a training side. And that's the problem, because it's setting up discouragement, because they're thinking, well, wait a minute. The guy on the Instagram said that I could eat cheeseburgers and still be in shape. Ma'am, sir, you weigh 250, right? I don't think you should be eating a cheeseburger. Ma'am, I don't know if you should be eating a bowl of rice. Sir, I don't know if you should be drinking that soda. I know I'm 16 and I'll just run it off. No, it doesn't work that way. So that's the reason why I said I wanted to make sure that we don't lose sight why it's so important to us. It's so important to get the right information. She said to me one time on the phone, she said, Jay, our generation is slipping away. We got to teach people what we know. My God, they don't understand. And she's right. So I'm so grateful that Francesca's here today, because it's going to, I hope you women are listening. I really hope, and again, men too, but I just really hope you women are listening, because it's different when it comes from a woman. And they're sitting there saying to you, no, you're going to get bulky when you you lift weights, you're going to get big. And she just said to you, no, baby, it's what you eat. Don't listen to these fly-by-night people that come in and say, well, I'm a so-and-so and I'm a guru and I'm a this. Hey, excuse me, sir. It goes by your experience and your evidence. Francesca has a book of befores and afters that she's collected over the years. And as you know, I have them too. 3,000 pictures now, almost going on to 5,000. And again, that's where the proof is in the pudding. Yes. You wouldn't just take your baby and drop it off at a place that say child care. You would find out who goes there. You talk to the women, you talk to the men, you drive by in the morning, you drive by at night, you check it out. Well, when people see a shirt that says trainer on it, everybody's the same. Absolutely not. Yes. Now, Brandy, I want you to speak to that if you can. About these people that are telling folk they can eat cheeseburgers and fries. What do you say to that?
Well, because they don't know.
Okay, thank you. So they don't know.
They don't know.
Okay.
And plus, you know what? There is like the nutritionists. They are like most of the certifications they teach you about nutrition.
Right.
But they all go by calories.
Right.
That's how they do. Okay, so I don't do that because at the end of the day, I see them in the gym. We have some really good coaches, and I've seen them train, but the trainer or the client doesn't train sometimes because the client wants to know exactly what to eat. They want to know, okay, so you could just eat this and this, but no, what did you eat yesterday? I had this and this. Well, no, don't eat that. Well, what do I eat?
Right.
So I have exactly what to eat. Everybody gets an email of their pictures before, and then they get another email later about, and I tell everybody exactly the same thing. Some of them get like different, so I have to sit there and I write.
So you plan it out.
When
you read each person's body.
They might get more than the other,
right?
But the way of thinking I put on there. So I know that this one is a nurse and she's going to be working
18 hours days.
What's she going to do? You know.
Now, do you ever recommend balanced bar to anybody?
Never.
Thank you.
There's no bar.
I need to say this really quickly.
The only bar is the bar that they're pushing.
Is that 45-pound Olympic bar?
Yeah,
okay.
That's the bar.
Do you ever recommend? What is it called? The power breakfast, where you make the pancakes out of the batter with the sprinkles on it, and you the protein batter and the butter and the syrup and. I'm already 40 pounds overweight. I'm down 20. And what do you recommend with that deal? And again, we're making a fictitious thing here.
Okay. I would never,
You wouldn't do it?
Okay. I do make a waffle, but here's my waffle.
Okay, right. Let's hear yours then.
It's 3 egg whites.
Okay.
Dry oatmeal.
Y'all write it down.
And like there is no gluten in the oatmeal.
That's right.
And cinnamon, stir it up, and put it in that waffle maker, and you're like, oh, God.
Wow.
Like,
so you don't put no batter?
That is the batter.
Okay, but I'm just saying you don't add no batter to that and all this and that. Okay,
no.
okay.
Because I've seen girls do that.
Okay.
I've seen women do that, and I'm like, you haven't lost a pound.
There. So, in other words, when you do that,
because
right?
Because they're getting it from social media.
Okay,
because the
thank
people
you.
that they're getting it from are people that are 25 years old, and they're athletes. They can do that. They can run. So one of the few guys in the gym puts the shirt up, and they're talking about, okay, so I took my clients out the other day. Friday night. And he doesn't do that either. And we choose not to do that.
Never.
Because once it's out, how come I didn't get to go? Well, but I took him out for a reason. It was Friday night, took the young girls out. So they said, we went to the mall. Let's go get this. I don't even know what it's called. You would probably know. It's this one bowl, and it's got like the fruit in it, and it's got the stuff that, what is it? There you go. I don't even know, but he did. I knew that these girls, they wanted, I'm like, what is that? So they're like, it's so healthy. I said, okay. So I got all three of us and I ate it. They're like, oh my God.
Uh-oh.
And they put it on social media, and I knew I was going to get it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I said, this is why I don't do this. I said, this is so full of sugar.
Right.
It is good. What is healthy? It's all sugar.
Right.
And you're eating it at night. We're eating it at night.
Wow.
So one of the guys in the gym had said, it's so healthy for you. I said, and he lifts up his shirt. He's got abs. I said, okay. You work with Tony Horton, okay? And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're flying all over the place, and you're 25 years old.
25, there it is.
And you're an athlete.
There it is.
These girls are not. Okay, so their body fat is up.
Okay.
And if you had, say you get like a nice little treat. I don't like saying cheating.
Right.
So you get a little treat, and that's what you want. That's the. I want to say that's the best of the crap that you could have.
Okay.
Because they like to do, I'm going to have a burger, and I'm going to have, and all of a sudden they're having the whole day.
There it is.
You have one meal. The reason why I don't even let them or allow them 60 days. You have to go 60 days, and then you have one.
Clean eating.
If I do it, you have to do it.
Okay, there it is.
Because I'm trying to tell them, if I could do it, you could do it. Because back in the day,
Yeah.
my coach, okay, Jeff Ramsey, I'm putting your name out there, Jeff Ramsey. I went away on a vacation a couple of weeks before I was supposed to compete.
Right.
And I thought I was going to do it. I thought I'd take my food. Okay, anyway, I didn't. I ended up winning anyway, but he came up to me after I had the trophy and he said, "You didn't deserve to win."
Oh, wow.
Because that girl over here, Julie, I'll never forget her name, she deserved the trophy because she stayed in the gym and she worked her butt off. So just because you got, in shape, but I should have been in better shape, but I was in better shape. I was in shape,
Right.
To win. So after that, I never cheated on my diet. I never cheated.
How old were you when that happened?
I was 23.
Wow. It's important. See,
You have to go through something like that
Yeah.
to say I'm not going to do that
to
again.
reform you again, right?
My clients have to fall a little bit. And they went, some of them went to, you don't trust me that I'm not going to, no, I'm not, it's not that I don't trust you, I know.
Right.
I already know that you can't do it because you're in the world.
Right.
You have to remove yourself sometimes when
Right.
you're doing something
Right.
from everybody, and it doesn't matter.
Well, what do you say to people who say, well, that makes me non-social. I need to be social, then I have a little glass of wine and
Then
some
do
yogurt.
that. But don't come to me and
Oh, okay.
cry.
All right. Okay.
If you're going to do that, look, if it's a
But I'll
freedom
just
of
work
choice.
harder. What about the person say, I'll just work harder, Franny?
You work hard, it's going to take you a long time because
Okay.
either alcohol sits on your body. It doesn't digest like
Okay,
food.
so it's a chemical.
So the doctors will say, oh, you're going to have a glass of wine. Oh,
Right.
dark chocolate. But it's still chocolate. It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter.
Okay, speak.
A protein cookie, it's still a cookie.
Talk to the women, Franny. Talk to
It's
them.
still everything. It's just, okay, well, this is the ingredients. It says 0 calories. This is 0 calories, guys. Water
Right.
is 0 calories.
That's it. And no sugars in
And
there.
that's it. 0
Right?
calories.
Nobody made that.
So they'll say, oh, it's 0 this. And I said, but look at the ingredients. What you see, undo the
Right,
flap.
right. There it is.
There's the ingredients.
That's right.
There's something holding that together. We went back and forth, and somebody was doing like a little, gym promotion, and they had all these little cookies and
That's
stuff.
right.
And I saw my client, and they had given her one. I jumped over,
The counter.
and I grabbed that, and I threw it right in the trash in front of him. What are you doing?
Right.
I said, it's a cookie. I don't care what you say.
Understory.
Yeah, but it's that. Okay, but wait a second. There's protein. Where are you getting the protein from?
There we go.
Okay, so then, like, even in the meat department, like,
Right,
they
right.
say, I'm not eating meat. Those poor animals, really.
Oh, wait a
I have
minute.
to
I love
get
this one.
Get out with the
I
animals.
love this one,
But,
Freddie.
okay, I understand the hormones and everything, but
I love this
I
one.
do organic. I go to Trader Joe's. I get the organic. I don't get I get hormone free. What are you so worried about the animals? Really? Because somebody else is? I mean, come on, eat.
Well, let me ask you this question, because this is another one of the questions that I got today that somebody gave me, and I'm like, you know what, I really want to, I could voice these, but I want Franny to speak to two of these questions. What about that person that says, hey, I heard so-and-so was a vegetarian, and you can build muscle eating plant-based stuff, and you can get ripped on that. What do you say to that individual that really earnestly thinks?
I've seen it in the gym.
Okay.
I've seen it in the gym. They get to a certain point, especially the band, because they have testosterone,
Okay.
And they're training hard.
Okay.
And then as they, some of them haven't gone into the shows because I watch them. I watch
Okay.
everybody.
As you do.
Because you still have that body fat.
There it is.
It's going to accumulate on the
There
back.
it is.
It's going
There
to
it is.
accumulate under the legs. It's going to accumulate. And they're
Okay.
like, I can do everything to get this. And they do so many
Yes, they do.
back exercises. I'm like, it's not that.
No.
It's because the food that you're eating is settling on your body.
There it is. And not only that, plant-based protein is a different type of protein than animal protein, which will require a different look. You can say, I'm going to put orange
all
juice
about
in
a
my
look.
gas tank,
Yeah.
right? It ain't going to work out.
Yeah.
Straight gas will do it. Do you know if you put diesel in a car that's supposed to have regular, just gas in it, you'll ruin the engine. Are they both fuel? Yes. But one will ruin the engine because that's not supposed to be in there. When you want to get cut and lean, maybe in the next segment she may bless us and show y'all how she looks so that you can see that we're not just making this up. But one of the biggest pieces, Franny, is that so many women are the ones that fall victim to all of this stuff because people tend to sell everything to women. If you looked at the old school JCPenney's magazine, right, if the book was this thick and 5 pages were dedicated to men and 800 pages was to women because they sell to women everything because everybody's so quick to jump on board all the quick fixes.
Right.
And you're saying there is no quick fix. But here's one question I want to ask.
I have to
Go ahead.
because I know I have to say that I'm not saying that everybody has to eat meat because they're going to be calling in.
No, and let them call in. But I want to
But I'm
say,
saying this
we
is all
talked about a particular look.
Yeah, a look. We're talking about a look.
That's right.
So if you're going to go, oh,
right.
this and this, you know, because
That's
I've
right.
seen people in the gym, they're like, oh, progress instead of perfection, and they keep going because they're eating every week.
Come on.
I said to one guy, I said, listen, I'm all about perfection. I don't know about you. That progress makes you stuck.
Thank you.
Progress makes you
Would you
stuck.
say that's a built-in word now to kind of stay mediocrity, right? Kind of just mediocre. Like, no, I gotta
Because
do my thing.
My
you know?
mediocre is their best.
Okay, see, there it is. Because see, I
don't
like
do
that you're saying
mediocre.
this. I like that you're saying it because there's so many people that get so locked into it. Thank you, brother. So locked into it that they don't understand that here's an opportunity to learn from some of the best. And I consider Francesca one of the very best. And again, I don't endorse a lot of people, and some of you guys know my story, and we're gonna get into a touch of that too. Why I got kicked out of the gym. A lot of people don't understand. They don't understand why did this boy get kicked out of every gym he's ever gone to? Is he a troublemaker? What's going on?
No.
We'll get into that on the next segment because I wanted to say why do you care so much? Because you jumped over the counter and threw that away. I mean, it's like, wait a minute, why do you care so much?
I thought, you know, as a matter of fact, that is so that you said that because today, all I kept thinking about, my girl's going to, you know, Palm Springs this weekend, and I said, Francesca, I even text one of them. I said, I'm going to let you guys go.
Wow.
I'm not going to follow you on social media to see what you're eating because if I care more than you do,
Wow.
I can't.
Come on.
So you guys do it. You guys all know my food plan.
Right.
Help one another out.
Right.
I care so much because that's my passion.
Right.
And then what I do is they all know, and my favorite thing is I'll walk away. I don't walk away from them. I just walk away from caring so much. Come on, you could do it. And
Right.
I fell. But okay, it's your 5th time.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you. And listen, this is not. Oh, she's genetically no, because we don't have good genetics in my family. It's hard work. Because I changed the shape of my legs. I changed the shape of my arms and my back, my midsection, because in my family now, all the girls were all over 50, and some of us in our 60s.
Right. How many girls are in your family?
There's 6 girls and 1 boy,
Did y'all hear that? And what number do you fall in?
and number 5.
Wow.
Number 5.
Number 5. So
So my dad will say, I got 6 hens and 1 rooster.
right. Amen. So anyway, I don't know if my director's telling me that we got to cut and go to a commercial. I don't know, but we need to take a small break. And guys, we'll be right back with Francesca, letting people know why did Jay from JNETICS get kicked out of all the gyms that he ever went into. Franny knows the story. She was there. So check you guys out in the next segment. clients doing what we're doing. And I started getting all these different results. And I So stop here. Now, this is where you want to be when you're doing a shoulder press, right? You don't want to be too high, too low. You don't want to lock. You want to work the front delt and the side delt all at the same time if you can. So drive it up to the top, stop, and again, I'm stopping her here, then bringing it back down. Again, drive it up, stop, I'm stopping her here, bringing it back down. Now, drop the weight for just a moment. I just want to demonstrate how not to do it. So, bring your hands up. Now, come up and bring your arms. This is what we do not want. She's in her joints, which we do not want. She doesn't have to extend all the way like this. Too much pressure, so we're going to bring it down and stay in the muscle itself. Now the muscle is engaged. What we do not want to do here again is driving the weight up and over or too far back and drop it straight up, right parallel with our head and the floor, elbows here. Thank you. We'll tune in a little bit later. We've got more to come. I've taken the role on as the teacher. Get him for 10. Here we go. Drive it up. Come on, mama, you got it. 1 right there. That's why people come to JNETICS, because they say, I want to go there because he's going to take the time to teach me. 4 up there. 5 up there. 6 up there. Come on. He's going to walk me through it. 4 straight down. Wait a minute. Watch that front foot. 5 straight down. He's going to see that I do it, and then he's going to show me the evidence in my own body.
All right, everybody, we're back. JNETICS live show today. And again, I'm with Francesca Appolito, one of the baddest coaches,
teachers, mentors. I don't like to call her a trainer. I don't like that at all because she's way more than that. And I want to tell you guys something. We're here with this next segment, and we touched on something in the last segment about diet and nutrition. And if you've been following, we've been talking about that. I wanted to go back to something that Sterling, my videographer and buddy, said. He said, touch on again about this food thing. I want you guys to touch on it. Now, can I eat a cheat meal, and how do I just take a bite and throw it away? Or what do you recommend? Is that about what you were saying?
No, he said he goes, why you said take bites, and
Okay.
then you could add a little bad food with your good
Okay,
food.
yeah, bad and good, okay.
If you do that, you stay stuck. You'll lose, and it depends on what kind of shape you're but take it all the way there first.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't even know. I go, many times,
Right.
many times I said, you look good. Don't you want to look great? And they're like, well, nothing's good enough for you, Francesca. And I go, it's not about me. I just want you to know what it's like to be there.
Yeah.
Because you look at, I want to look like this. Do not show me a picture. Don't show me a picture of anybody because you're going to look better than that.
Wow.
This girl
Wow.
one time said, I want to look like Britney Spears. I go, Britney Spears? I go, girl, you look better than Britney. She looked even better than Britney Spears, and she got on stage and she won a show.
Right.
That's how much
Right.
better she
I
looked.
like that. I like that.
So I said, don't show me, we're going to make you the best you.
Right.
Because then you're going to go, what was I thinking? I go, show me that picture again then.
Amen. I like
Put that picture back.
I like that.
So I have to take their before pictures because they don't realize, because they don't look at themselves.
What do you say about women that don't want to take that picture? I ain't taking no picture. Get away from me. I ain't taking that picture.
They do. They have to.
Okay, thank you. And do you demand that
Yes.
from each person
Yes.
about taking that before
Yes.
picture? Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people
They're
be like,
so
I've told
excited.
girls, take the picture. No, I know what I look like. No,
Well, that's
you don't
because
get
you're a
it.
man.
Well,
It's
and it
hard.
could be. I can have
It
people
is.
come in the room.
Yeah.
But again, I believe if a person is hiding, Francesca, and you and I both know that when you're hiding, you're tucking away, you're not going to be honest about this whole journey. Are you cheating? No, I'm fine. Well, where's your picture? And plus, the picture is so that you can record how you look. Right? You're going to forget 6 weeks from now. Am I making any gains? Do I look any better? Now, see, if we would have taken that picture, you would see.
Yes.
Because you can't dispute that.
I've
and
seen
that's
it.
why I make sure I take it. I don't even train a person unless I can take that picture. Now, some people, I don't say who it is, but most out there, they don't take before pictures. Why? Because you ain't going to change the way they train you. It ain't going to happen. Right? Now, let's look at it just for a moment. Do you train people to get in great shape, or do you train people just to do exercise? Which do you do?
Oh, great shape.
Thank you. So I think it's important for people to understand the difference there, because there's a lot of people that do a lot of exercise and activity. Hey, I went to the gym today. I worked out. Now I'm going to have my coffee and my scone. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why? Because what Francesca's trying to teach you is a word called discipline. I was on a couple of shows, and every time I got in front of the camera, and the producer would say, Jay, do me a favor. Do not say the word discipline. I said, why not? He said, don't say it, because it's discouraging. I said, no, it's not. What's discouraging that you guys telling people not to say that when that's really what this whole game's about. If this woman don't have discipline at 60 years old, she's in trouble. What if she was overweight? Okay, she did 2 good meals. Okay, then I messed up a little bit, and I get 3 more, and I messed up a little bit. You'll never get there. That's discouraging right there. So what do you say, Francesca, to your clients that come in and say, hey, I ate good for a week. You got to give me credit. You got to give me credit. And they're already a size 16 or a size 12, right? And you're saying, but wait, I told you 60 days or I told you 90, right? You've eaten 3 bad meals and it's been 7 days. Are you really committed? Do you go there with that?
I remember what everybody does.
Thank you.
Believe it or not, every client, whatever. They don't remember that I know.
There it is.
And by the way, I'm 10 pounds overweight.
Oh my God. Hey, wouldn't you love to have this be your problem, ladies and gentlemen? Please go ahead.
So, as a matter of speaking, on Monday, okay, this is Wednesday. So on Monday,
Okay.
my clients, they come in right after another. So they know to warm up, and my warm up is a little bit different. I have to tell them exactly how to warm up.
Okay.
My warm up is like training already. They're like, oh, 5 minutes of warm up. What is
Oh
that?
my God, right.
You're going on 10, you're going on 5, you're going on 10.
Right.
You're just moving. And so I was coming up on my one client. I saw her from the back.
Right.
And I walked up on her. Now she's been on my food plan. She's already been training with me for like a few weeks. But here's the funny thing.
Right.
It's a sister of my other client that didn't have. You don't look any different.
Wow.
A year ago, and she kept saying, "My sister says I don't look any different. I look the same. Just you know what? Because you're not doing my food plan. You're doing yours."
Okay.
She got on my food plan. Not only did she get on my food plan, she won the Girls Gym Challenge.
Wow. How much was that? The prize?
The price, what she won her class, which is $6,500.
Dang.
The national is $10,000.
Come on, Franny. And your client won that?
Oh yeah, I have a winner every year because I expect them to win. Like
Unbelievable.
I expect them to win. Why?
Wow.
It's because I know what I'm doing.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
I never even second guess. If
That's
I don't
awesome.
have a winner, I said, you embarrassing yourself. Me, I'm your coach.
Mm-hmm.
You're representing you, Gold's Gym. I go, this is not little, crunch or what's the other
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Excuse me.
19, 24,
No,
or
you get to,
whatever,
you
yeah.
get to have a pizza on Friday.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Weight Watchers, what?
No, it's
Planet Fit.
Fitness.
That's okay. I didn't know. Did
Okay.
they serve pizza on Friday?
And donuts.
Which one? What address?
I
No,
don't know.
no.
Yeah.
I don't even eat that. I
Okay,
get sick.
so again, I walked up on. Okay, so now her sister is training with me.
Mm.
Not only did the young lady change her life, she came in and she changed everything. She was this.
Wow.
She came to this. All she talked about was this one boyfriend. I'm not going to mention his name, but she
course.
talked about this one boyfriend.
Right.
I said, at the end of our training, you're not going to even know his name.
Wow.
And believe it or not, when we were posing and we're practicing our posing for the pictures for the challenge, he was right behind us stretching, and she didn't even know he was there.
Wow.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. This is empowerment.
Yes,
this is
yes.
discipline.
Thank you.
You have to have discipline to think that way, because if you
Yes.
just think what you want, there's no discipline there.
There it is. Thank you.
There's no discipline there.
I'm not scared of that word, and I'm so glad you're actually saying that word discipline, because especially the young people, this new generation think you can swipe up or swipe left, right, and get involved with every type of diet. Now, I want to ask you about creative dieting. What do you think about this? I'm gonna throw some diets at you. I got a list here. Creative dieting, right? So you can have a pancake, high carbs one day, low carbs another day. How does that apply to just a regular everyday person, or does it? Tell it.
They're just going back, yo-yo. They're just
Okay,
going back and
thank
forth.
you.
So their body will change, and then it stays stuck, and they're like, how come I didn't know? How come I look the same? And da-da-da-da.
Right.
If you just stay on one thing, okay.
Right.
So they'll say, you know what? My body's plateauing.
Okay.
Well, that's because you stopped.
Okay.
Because the food plan, the diet is so strict that, and any time I've ever done it or seen the girls do it,
Right.
I have to watch them, especially when they're doing a challenge.
Right.
Because what happens is the diet takes over their body and they don't even see it. All of a sudden
Right.
they start getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. I'm like, okay, now we have to change it. I want
Right.
to see you. We have to bring the food up.
Well, you got to remember something now. I just want to qualify this,
The
because
metabolism.
when people hear this word diet and you're skinny, you've just made like 10,000 people say, I want that diet, right? But you're not saying it in a flattering way, right? You're saying it in a sense of,
The diet takes over their body.
Okay.
And so they're dropping too much weight.
so they're dropping what? Weight? As it fat or muscle?
No, they're dropping weight, but they look they look sick sometimes.
Okay,
because
so they're dropping muscle.
They're dropping weight. They're dropping everything.
Okay, water, muscle,
Yeah,
fat,
everything.
So they don't look
They can
really
wait-
healthy.
No, they don't look healthy.
Okay,
All of a sudden
that's
this
it.
is gone, so
I
now
want to
you
make
tell
sure
right
we
away.
say that, because there's a lot of people like, look, I don't care. I just want the scale to say 20 pounds less, girl. I want to work it like
Yeah.
that. Well, then you're not really talking about getting in great shape. You're just talking about getting a temporary look. And that's a dieter's body. You're not talking about a dieter's body. You're talking about transitioning your entire life to look and live the way you want to continue to look and live.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the weight, when someone says that, they're like, well, what is a goal weight for you? It's not, this is your specific.
There you go.
Because I could be 130 and look great. I'd be 130 and look crap.
Right, exactly.
So going back to that, like having this girl know that I knew that she had gone off her food plan.
That's right.
I had walked up behind her. She was on the treadmill. And I said, I said, you went off this weekend? She goes, how do you know? And you
Right.
came up from me from behind. I said,
Right.
okay, let me just say why.
Right.
Because I'm looking at your physique, I'm looking at your backside. And I said, what happens when you're on a food plan?
Right.
When people say you can't get rid of cellulite, well, cellulite is a cell. It's just a cell. It's full. You can't get. It shrinks the cell. It's a cell. You can shrink the cell, and it gets as small as possible.
Right.
To our eye, it's gone.
Right.
But it comes right back
As soon as you start
if you
going
start eating. What happened was she ate all these things, and she kind of ballooned up just a little bit.
Right.
But it was just water, so I saw it on her legs.
Right.
So right away, I noticed. That's why I said something to her.
Right.
She goes,
right.
oh my God, I can't believe you could tell. I go, I pay attention.
Right.
I pay attention to the face. This gets full.
Right.
Because anybody who's, I don't care how much weight, I don't care if you're 300 pounds. The moment you start dieting, this comes down
Right.
first.
And you're losing water primarily first.
You always lose water
Yeah,
first,
okay.
but it's still weight.
Right, no, I agree.
This will be tight.
Right.
So you lose stuff. You lose inflammation. Everybody starts going, I don't feel so bloated.
Right, exactly.
That's the first thing. You
That's
don't
very
feel
true.
bloated.
That's very
okay?
true.
So when I say, like, I'm a victim of it as well. Like when, I eat my feelings, and I'm like, oh, what does that mean, eating your feelings?
Feeling,
'Cause
right.
you forget. You
Right.
just start doing this. You're like, no,
Right.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
Let's go shop. Let's go on a run. Let's go do something else.
Let's go hit the gym. No, there's some
Let's
people.
go hit the gym.
We
because
promise.
today is my day.
It'd be
off.
nice. It'd be nice.
To what?
You want to go train?
I would trade, but not at my gym because
I don't want to go to your gym because
No,
you
I'm
work there, and I want to go to my gym because I work there.
That's
Let's
what
go
I'm
to somebody
saying.
else's
We'll go to-
gym.
we'll go
All
to
that's
somebody
fair.
else's gym.
Fair enough. But I want to ask a question because people have asked for years, why did Jay from JNETICS get kicked out of gyms? Is he a troublemaker? What in the hell was that about? Franny, will you tell us from your experience why, and you remember when it first started, right, back in the day, what was going on in the atmosphere at, we won't say the name of the gym, we can because it's whatever, but what was going on in that gym and why I got kicked out and what was going on? What was people saying? I need you to really talk about that just for a moment.
I'm already
coming
going,
from you.
Okay, so I'm going here and I'm already over here.
Okay,
so
great.
Okay, so the outcome. Let me just say the outcome.
Yes.
The outcome is God's not going to move you when you're comfortable. Jay was supposed to have his own place in the beginning because he's a lot. He's much. So he's loud. He's excited.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah.
Okay, no,
He's
I'm
a
messing
lot.
with you.
And he's all, here we go. Like he still has his own thing. And people didn't like it. They're
Right.
like, what is he doing?
But
Like,
were people or were there
oh, they're trainers.
trainers? Say it. I
So it
want people to
wasn't-
hear it coming from her. Go
it
ahead.
wasn't the people.
She's a little older, so I got
it was the
right.
trainers.
Okay,
It was
okay.
the trainers.
Exactly.
They get like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they do it in my gym. Oh, you know, what's she doing? Like, you know, or they complain about me. Go.
Mm-hmm.
What are you complaining about?
Mm-hmm.
Come into the gym. And
Speak
go
on
do
it. Do
thing.
your work, right.
Do your work.
So why
Because
kicked
Jay-
out?
Well,
Why
what
kicked
happened?
out?
Because it's almost like intimidating.
Okay.
And because he's going to steal my clients, or my clients are. I want to do what he's doing.
Exactly.
I want to go with him. He's exciting.
Right.
You know. And
Right. And he's getting
motivating-
results.
And he's motivating. I want to go do that. You know. Jay hates the word boot camp.
Never.
And so,
Please don't say it. Oh God. Can we delete that? Is anybody? Okay, great.
but that's what it appeared to be. That's what people say. Oh my God, because
I took over the gym.
takes over the gym.
Right. But at that time, they didn't have a space for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what do you? Because there's no one. I mean.
But no one did what I did. I mean, we're talking about earlier on now, because people don't realize, they thought maybe I was causing trouble, or I was actually taking people's clients, which I was not doing. Will you agree with that? Okay, great.
Right.
I wasn't doing that. So what I want to say to everybody is this, and the reason why I want to bring it up and get it out and get it on tape and on wax, they were jealous of what I was doing, right? And they didn't understand. And so I have to say this. Now it's happened, because at first Franny was like, Jay, what are you doing? But now it's happening, and did for a moment, started happening to her. And she said, wait a minute, I worked with you for 5 years, and I'm wondering what the hell you're doing. Now she has her own thing that's successful. She's busy, she's packed, and people now are starting to do the same thing to her. So I want people to hear the credibility that we both have, so they can understand that we're not just everyday people, that we really give a damn about what we're doing with these people, and we care what we're doing with your clients. That's why we have the results that we have. And she actually grabbed the cookie and threw it on the ground and said, look, I care about you. Don't do that to yourself. So the trainers back in the day, they didn't understand what I was doing and what I was speaking on. I was not a trainer. I am not a trainer, and I'm never going to say that I'm a trainer. Never am. I'm a teacher. I'm a mentor, and also I'm that motivator that says to that person, you can do it, but be real with yourself. Okay, Francesca's real with herself. She understands what she has to do now. She understands her focus, and so many people don't want to do this discipline deal, but this is the only way you can get like this, baby. Sir, ma'am, you can't get like this with the rubber straps or the strap on your leg. You're going to have to push some iron, baby girl. You're going to have to push some iron. And I mean, you're going to have to do it more than once or more than twice. You have to do it till it hurts. Why? Because that's when you grow. You don't grow being comfortable. You don't grow being easy. You grow because shit hurt. You grow because you do the work, and you grow in the gym and out of the gym. Because your growth really starts when you leave the building. So that's what trainers didn't understand back in the day. People used to, you remember the stickers they posted all over the place at Janesta Park on Ventura Boulevard? They put stickers up saying JNETICS sucks. I mean, you remember that? Come on, talk to me. Because they said JNETICS suck. I'm like, wait a minute. This is just one man, and all over the valley in Los Angeles, they put up stickers on the freeways and everywhere. JNETICS sucks. Guess what? That's okay with me. Why? Because I have a goal that God gave me. This was an anointing that I have, and I still have it. That's the reason why I said Francesca has now the anointing on her, and I want her to own that. And that's why I'm so grateful that she's here, so we can pass this torch to her, because there's something about her that people need to hear and understand, that she gives a damn, she cares, and she's never going to lie to you and tell you you can do something and you can't. And she's never going to tell you you can do something without hard work. That doesn't work that way. As much as she loves people and likes doing that, no, she's not going to lie to you and say, sir, ma'am, it's okay. No, you can have some waffles. Yeah, a few creative eating is fine. A little low-fat syrup, it'd be all right. She's never going to endorse that. So this is why I think it's so vitally important that people understand what we're doing here. I think that's the part that people need to get. You can't swipe up and just buy some information. No, you got to live this. She lives this. And her clients live this. See, training is not for just an ordinary person, right? Now, when I'm talking about training, not working out. Are y'all catching what I'm saying? Not working out, because there's a difference between a workout and a training session. There's a difference in working out in the gym and doing Zumba and boxing and running around the golf course, and there's a difference when you're squatting until your butt catch on fire. It's a difference when your quads, somebody got to lift you up. It's a difference when you squat so hard like in Pumping Iron, Ed Corney passed out and just fell on the floor, and Arnold stepped over him. Why? Because he's saying, I got to get mine. Right? And Francesca understands that whole deal about what you have to do to build a physique. It just don't happen to you, sweetie. It just don't happen to you, sir. You have to build a physique. And that takes time, it takes energy, and it takes focus, and it takes repetition after repetition after repetition. It ain't just going to happen because you did 10 hours of cardio. It ain't just going to happen because you've been cutting your calories. It's going to happen because you got to do all of it. You understand what I'm saying? So, Franny, I just want you again to speak to this piece about what is it that you offer your clients that has nothing to do with the trainer thing or the gym thing. What do you offer your clients beyond that? Because I know you teach like I do, and I know you mentor like I do, right? I know you do that. Right. That's why I said I don't want to call you what a trainer does, because a trainer don't do that. Right. They don't do it. So why would I give you a title that doesn't really belong to you? Right. You offer 25 things and they're over here getting 2. No, you offering 25 and you should be acknowledged for that, right? So that's the reason why I said, no, girl, you need to come on, step on into the light now. It's been many years you did not want to ever do this, but now you're doing it. God has anointed you and your voice and what you teach and how you work, and you're working through people's body, because it's really a ministry in its own way. You're ministering to all these people, making their lives better. You're making their families better. You're making relationships better. So why am I calling you a trainer? They don't do that. Right. You understand? So that's the reason why I despise that. That's the reason why I say, no, call me what I am. God said, I am that I am. Guess what? That's everything. Okay? Nobody can take that title. But God will bless people with an anointing that he's given you and he's giving me, that he says, no, when you get these people, their lives are all over the place. It's because of your word and your discipline. These folk listen to you because they know you care. They know you care. And that's one of the biggest pieces that I need to people to really get and understand. This is not a game for Sheer Eye. This is something that we have based our entire career on. This is what we've done. I mean, period, for anybody, whether you lost 100 pounds or 300, it don't matter, or 2 dress sizes or 15. You got to transfer your mind first. You got to be able to be teachable and coachable. Right. And that's what you have to do. You can't, it doesn't matter if you went and trained with Franny. If you don't listen to her, you ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? So that's why I said I wanted her to speak and let you women hear right now from her that you cannot play with this if you're serious. Because of discouragement, how many women you know that's calling you, I'm drinking wine, I'm discouraged, I'm this, I'm that. You like, listen, honey, that ain't gonna help you. Your answer is not at the bottom of a glass. Your answer is not at the bottom of a bottle. That's gonna set you back. What about the people say that's too extreme? That's not something you can live. You can't live that way. What do you say to that?
Just let the door open.
Amen. Come on, do it.
Like, first of all, when they come in and exactly like the way they feel, they're already going to a doctor. They're already going to a therapist. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell you not to go, but remember did that help you? Because all you're doing is keep talking about it.
Right.
You're not doing anything about it. If you keep talking about something that happened when you were 4,
right.
Okay, let's do something about it.
Okay.
So let's get you to feel good. Because there's so many people in our gym as well that I talk to that are psychologists and they work with children. It starts with the children.
Right.
So I said, well, what do you do to help them? Yeah. And a lot of them are on medication. And I said, wouldn't it be amazing if we could go and I you give them like something to do, and you're
Right.
like, oh my God, you did so amazing.
Right.
So they feel good. Okay.
Right.
These are young people that are like been beat down and stuff like that. So
Yes.
that starts the eating.
That's right.
And then they start this,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts from somewhere. Well, first of all, I hate bullying. So anybody that come up to my
Right,
clients and
right,
try
right.
to, even the guys in the, or anybody who try to talk to my clients or anything like that, I have to make them feel good by starting to make them feel good about them.
Right.
How you doing, sweetie?
Right.
Some of them were so scared to come in. I've been overweight my whole life. Oh, okay, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Let's do something right now.
Amen.
And that's making you feel good. Let's change everything. A lot of times I don't give them the food plan right away.
Right. Come on.
A lot of times
Come on.
I let them start cleaning their diet up themselves.
Right.
The girls that are going away this weekend, I said, you know what? You'll get your food plan when you get back, because
Right.
I have to plan it.
That's right.
So you're gonna mess up anyway.
Right.
You
Right.
don't believe in me?
Right.
Not because you haven't done it yet.
Right. I like that.
You have to earn that belief in my guy, if I can believe in you or not. You have to earn that. Like, if you're coming in the gym,
Right.
and not saying that you have to be miserable, but if you're coming in the gym and you're dancing every single day, I said, you ain't doing that, boo, because you're going to be like, you're focused.
Exactly.
You're like, let's go.
You know what? I got to
wanna
say
do
something
this.
because I'm looking at you and it reminds me of something. And I want people to hear both sides of the coin. Were people when you obviously you look really good, and share a story of a time how people used to treat you when the rest of the world was doing aerobics, and here you are with this bodybuilding physique, okay, or this Miss Figure or this figure physique. Were people kind to you, Franny?
Kind?
Kind.
Depends on who was
Now I'm talking
looking.
about back in the day. Elevators, people seeing you.
They would look.
Come on,
They
speak.
would look at me.
Okay.
They wouldn't say anything. They would stare. They would
Okay,
look.
okay.
And when I became more into the body, if I was competing,
Mm-hmm.
Even at Gold's Gym, when I compete. Now, Gold's Gym is a bodybuilding gym.
Right.
So a lot of that, this is so wonderful about
Yeah.
Gold's Gym, because bodybuilding will never go out.
That's
Because
right.
it's always, it's not maybe the shows will get less or whatever,
Right.
but the bodybuilding, the way that
Still there.
it's still there. That's why that gym, it's a home gym. It's our home gym.
Right.
They're never going to make it like a spa.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when they know that they come into me, I said, hey, they're not coming to Gold's Gym. They're coming to see me to train.
That's right.
Because they
That's
won't
right.
come to Gold's Gym because they're intimidated by it.
That's right.
So they know that it's a serious gym. So
Well, I was
when I compete, that's
Right.
when they start looking there. Well, it's not about me. When my clients even start looking really good,
Okay.
they start making fun of them. You're looking kind of skinnier. What happened? Are you sick? No, I'm in shape.
Right. Right.
Because they didn't say anything when I was fat.
Right.
Because you know what? It's intimidating to them.
Right.
All of a sudden, because they don't want you to change. Because in order for them, when they start to change, that
Right.
means that you're not going to be in their life. Because sometimes you have to get rid of some people.
All right. Wait a
When
minute
you're
now.
doing stuff like this, because
Wait a
you go
minute.
to another level. So there's a lot of times when my clients would call me, they'd be crying. It'd be Thanksgiving. They're being in the kitchen. They're being in. They're not sitting at the table because everybody's making fun of them.
Wow.
And then I go, can I speak to that person?
Wow. Okay.
And
Listen
I
to how
said,
she cares.
Let me speak to that person.
Yeah.
And one time, no. Well, I saw one of the people one day.
Mm.
I saw him she goes, oh, I'm so-and-so's sister-in-law. I said, oh, so you're the one that was really making fun of her.
Mm.
And she goes, you know why? She goes, because I can't do it.
Wow.
She goes, that's what I said.
What a
yeah,
great
so
confession.
you were filling your plate up and making fun of her with her little portion. And guess what? She won 10 grand in the challenge.
Wow.
That woman won 10 grand. And I was ready to let that girl go because all she did was complain. I said, you know what? If you don't climb on board,
Right.
I'm letting you go because somebody else wants the spot.
Wow.
I'm not that kind of coach. I'm willing to let you go. And I will say you're fat. I don't care if I body shame
You'll speak
you.
on it.
I will say.
Well, the reason why I wanted to ask, I want people to hear something first because the generation has changed now. Everybody wants this look, right?
Some of them do.
More
some of them
cut,
don't.
more rips.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's being pumped out more than
They'll
it
say,
was
I don't
before.
want to look like you, and I'll say,
Well, no,
don't
not like
worry.
you. But I'm just saying. But back in the day, back
I
in
don't
the
want to
day,
look like you.
you felt like
Don't
you
worry.
can't.
You can't.
Right. But I'm saying back in the day when people used to see you and women used to say things to you, and I want people to hear this side of it because this came with a price. And Francesca started this years ago when, like I said, when everybody was doing aerobics and everybody doing all, and people, she would say to me, because she would talk to me, she said, you wouldn't believe what happened on the elevator today. This woman just stared at me. And then one lady said, I would never let you train my husband or be around. Remember those? I want people to hear that.
Oh, there would be like, her body's great, but her face isn't that great.
Right, or you look like
or you look like a man.
There you go. Okay.
Or like is she tranny or
You see what I mean?
But that I'm honestly telling you, since I was young, that never bothered me because it just never did. I had men coaches that were really serious about me and they believed in me. So that's what I was trained with, like people that knew what they were talking about.
Right.
And they were in the bodybuilding world, so I didn't come to them going, my stomach hurts,
Right.
They wouldn't even, unless you're like, passed out or whatever, you're throwing up, and I wouldn't even complain to them. I couldn't, because my repetitions and my resting were going to the next machine. That was my rest.
Some of y'all don't know nothing about
I'm
that.
gonna sit there and go like this. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I haven't seen you pass out yet, so there's no air down there. Stand up.
Exactly.
But they don't. They like it.
I like that. Well, the reason, and again, and Franny's put a lot of this out of her mind, but I want people to hear how she was treated for having this look that now everybody wants. There's 90% more people wanting this look than not. Right? You hear more people saying, I'll lift weights. Look, the women, the gyms are full of women now lifting weights, right? They're full of women. Back in the day, you'd be the only one sometime in the weight room. You'd be the only one in there doing squats. You'd be the only, and she's forgotten a lot of this. I got to help her out a little bit. But the idea is she had to understand that, hey, this came with a price. All you people nowadays are newbies. This is an OG right here, right? This is what I'm trying to point out. But she said, I had to suffer for this, Jay. I was teased about this. I was teased. People got mad. Look at all them lumps in your stomach. Those are called abs, Fatso. Yeah. What are you talking about? Jay, the people are saying I look like a man. And one woman looked at me and said, oh my God, your face. Oh my God. They would say the meanest things, right? If you say that today, somebody gonna sue you, right? But here this woman said, I'm gonna press on. Guess what? Now that look is in. That look is in, because being in shape now has taken on a whole different meaning. It ain't talking about putting on, what you call those leg warmers and a spandex suit. We far from that, right? People are saying, what you look like with your clothes off, big dog?
I was just gonna say,
how you doing? Come on.
She looks really good. I said, let's
take that off, baby.
Take those clothes off.
There we go. Come on, because she's saying, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So that's why I wanted people to understand what she had to go through. This just didn't happen. Some people think, oh, this is how it always been. These newbies out here, the millennials, right? They don't know this woman been looking like this for years. Back when this wasn't popular. Now y'all want to look like this. Well, who do you hire? Somebody who's been living it for all their life. Right? Not some guy or some girl that looks really good at 19 and they look great. Yeah, and again, hey, that's one thing, but they just look good at 19, right? This woman said, no, that doesn't necessarily work and have cretins or weight to it. It's just I'm 19 and I just happen to look like this. She said, no, I've been looking like this all my life. I've built this body, right, out of nothing. Do you understand? And it's discipline and hard work. That's how I did it. You see what I mean? And I want people to know.
But I had to start where I started was to get me this.
Right.
It's because I had that cellulite and I didn't know how to diet, and I'd cry.
Right.
And I would be like, how do I get rid of this? And I
right.
did the fad diets. I would go for a week without dieting or
without eating. Come on.
Oh my God.
People need to hear that. But there's a lot of people that don't know, what happened before Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm mentioning it, because I want them to understand this didn't just happen to you because you all of a sudden saw the keto diet and now you start following it and you look like this. No.
I would never suggest
Speak to it.
I would never suggest that.
Question. Oh, we got a question coming in. All right. We got a question coming in. Come on.
Okay. First question.
Is it for Franny or for me? Or for whoever?
So these two are for both of you, and then the other one is for Franny.
But of course, my show, she get the thing. All right, that's another 45.
So the first question, what's one sign of a good trainer or fitness coach?
Ooh, somebody, I'm gonna let Franny take it, then I'll take it after her. Is that okay? What's one sign of a good trainer or coach? I'm gonna let Franny speak to that just first.
The first thing that comes to my mind is caring.
Okay.
Showing interest, being passionate for the person. And it's not about like getting them in great shape. And I've seen them like all of a sudden these trainers are taught, they're doing burpees with their client that just came in and they're 250 pounds. I'm like, oh my God,
wow,
it's gonna kill her.
So what's a good sign? So what's a good sign? In other words, somebody's asking.
Coming in and making.
Who should she choose? Okay, the guy's doing burpee. Hey, come here.
Like making an assessment over them. Where you come from? What is your lifestyle like?
Okay.
Go talk like that. What are your goals?
Can I speak to it? Can I answer that question? I don't know who called or what's the person's name, but I want to say this. You pick a person to work with you that has results. Good morning. I am not going to go buy a car from a dealer that don't have no cars on the parking lot. Does that make sense to anybody? Sir, there's Mercedes. Where are the Mercedes at? Don't worry about that. We're going to get around to it. No. If you don't have Mercedes on the lot that I can see in several colors and vans and trucks and cars and convertibles, I'm not buying a Mercedes from you because you don't have nothing to show me. So that's what I say marks a person that I want to work with. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care what kind of abs you got. That don't mean nothing to me because you didn't build that, sir. You didn't build that. We know people that ain't never did a push-up or a sit-up and they rip the shreds. So no, you just can't pick a person based on only how they look. Show me how you pour into other people. Show me who you've manifested what you teach in. I'm going to ask you that.
Yeah, they'll get people that have won shows and they want them to train them. And I said, just because he won a show does not mean he know how to train you.
Means nothing.
Because he had a coach.
That's right. Yeah. Bruce Lee had a teacher, right? Bruce Lee said, the baddest martial artist has asked to be not known. Well, Bruce Lee, you're the baddest. No, who you think taught me? Who you think taught me? Right? But people have forgotten. That's why I said, go to somebody that has 30 years of, here's my befores and afters. Here's my proof.
I could be off of Instagram and still get people. I don't need to be on Instagram.
You see? So, and we had to be off Instagram and get people. What are you talking about? We didn't have no Instagram. Right. We didn't have nothing. I still got photos that I don't know what to do with, praise God. I don't know what to do with them. Why? Because there's too many people that don't understand. You got to pick somebody that not just is skinny, and I want to look like her because she's skinny, so she knows something about being skinny. No, she don't. I'm black. I can't tell you how to get black. Are you out your mind? She's Italian. She can't tell you how to be Italian, and you ain't. Get out of here. So we need to get back into, wait a minute, you got to find people with results. Show me your resume. You don't go to a job and say, I want to be the CEO of IBM. What is your experience? Don't worry about that. I got a nice suit on. When can I start? No, sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. It doesn't work that way. Okay, put some work in. All right, next question. I'm sorry.
So the other question is, what's the con of that? What's a bad sign of a fitness?
Whoa, Franny, I'm gonna let you speak.
You speak.
I'm gonna let you speak today. I'm gonna let you speak. Why? Hey, why is she tiptoeing? Come on, speak your mind. What's the question was, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, so
what's the bad sign?
The opposing side of that is no results.
Okay, right here. I'll speak to it. Right, you're supposed to be doing. All right, I'll speak to it. Number one, a bad sign is number one, you ain't got no results. Number two, you don't know what you're doing. Number three, I've talked to 5 people that used to train with you. There's a reason why they used to, right? So when a person is saying, hey man, I'm really earnestly trying to find the right fit for me. Do you understand? I think it's important to say this. Training came about, right? We, back in the day, and tell me if I'm wrong, we had training partners. There was no such thing as a trainer. Let's get on the right page just for a moment. Can y'all stay with me? So there were a training partner. Some of the best training partner teams in the world stood on stage and competed with one another. Lee Haney and Rich Gaspario, right? And here Lee got number 1, and Rich Gaspario, his training partner, got number 2 in the Olympia. Why? Because they were training partners. Your training partner was closer to you than your wife, your brother, your sister. Am I right? Yeah. So here we are. Trainer came about money. Right? I have a trainer. I remember people used to be a trainer. This is my trainer, Bernard, and this is Bernard here. He's my trainer. And they were so gloating on that. No, what can Bernard produce? And that's the problem. So now businesses have said, wait a minute, these trainer people can make a whole lot of money. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have in-house trainers. They're going to work for us. So really what your trainer is a salesman. Let me go and tell you the truth tonight. Your trainer is a salesman. Right? Because that's why they ain't got to have no results. But the result they better have is 25 more signups that day or they're fired. Right? That's what that whole training thing came about. So the idea is you got to find somebody, getting back to the question, you got to find somebody that has results of their work. They have something you can see. Go talk to my client. I can come right now and come to your gym and say, yeah, go talk to Susie, go talk to so-and-so, go talk to so-and-so. And that's my reference and my referral. Not because I'm cute, not because I smell good, not because she got abs. That don't mean nothing. I know some Olympians that wouldn't train you. Sean Ray is a bad dude. I love Sean Ray, but he probably wouldn't train you, right? But he's good, and he could, but he probably wouldn't. Do you understand?
It's a lot.
It's a lot to pour into somebody to do this. That's why everybody now is a personal trainer. It's taken the word down to 0. People have no respect for that word anymore. That's why I'm encouraging her to resist it now.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in that.
You're actually healing a person.
That's right.
And so to heal somebody, you're giving that energy out. So you have to put it back in. So that's why today's my day off. I have that one day off.
And thank you for coming here, by the way, too. She normally don't do this. All right, next question. This third one.
This is for Francesca.
Francesca, okay.
So this is coming from a mother of two that works 2 jobs, and she says she keeps falling off the path. She said, "What's a swim workout I can do to stay motivated?"
Well, swimming is just like conditioning. So, I mean, there's not a workout. I mean, there's so much to. You can't train your body in a pool. I mean, you can if you have weights. You can if you have weights. But I'm not sure what exactly like.
Well, and that is a tough.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Swim a 5-minute workout.
Oh, what's a 5-minute workout? Sorry, a little technical difficulty, but we got it worked out. So the question is, so the audience is clear, what is a good 5-minute workout that a person can do?
Okay, I'm going to say.
Franny, you can speak. That's it. This was for you. This question was for you.
Okay, so this is not. If she's going to do 5 minutes a day, I would say, you know what? Get her on a good program of a food plan, and she could do biceps for 5 minutes. The next day, she's going to do squats, just squats for 5 minutes. The next day, she'll do back for 5 minutes. If she only has 5 minutes a day, you're hitting every body part a day, okay? And then you start over again. So she's training. She's doing. If she's consistent and she's passionate about it, and she's putting 100% into that 5 minutes, she'll see results. I've trained clients before. I'm like, we're going to the next set. What are you doing? Oh, what? And you're not even paying attention. But if you become your muscle and you put your mind right where that is, I can get in shape like that. Everybody asks me, when do you train? I said, I train with you guys. Yeah, but you're just doing a set here and there. I go, it's what I put in that set. Mm-hmm. That's what I put in that set.
Well, I'm glad that the caller asked her or whoever it was.
Because you know what? It is, I would never say, no, you can't do that. It's impossible. Because it is possible if she would do exactly what I just said. She had some weight and she did it, she could do that.
Could you qualify some weight? Can you qualify the word some weight? 3 pounds, 1 pound?
You could even you could use your body weight. You could go to and get some cans. You could get some, whatever you have, some water. Like
gallons of water, though.
A gallon of water, gallon of water.
Yeah.
Trust me, you could go to the store and get some dumbbells.
All right, okay. Would you recommend, and this is a good question.
I am not saying
what would you
everybody
recommend?
to do what I just said.
What would you recommend, though?
5 minutes.
2 pound weights?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I said, put that work in.
Right.
Blast it for 5 minutes.
But with a 1 pound? Because there's people out there talking about, no, I got the 3 pound weight my grandma left me.
Okay. When I say blast it, like I'm
talking
about.
But how much iron I'm using?
How about that? How about sitting up against a wall and doing it?
Okay.
There,
but what weight should I use?
Okay. Well,
I'm 250 pounds. I'm a woman.
The heaviest weight that you could possibly put on.
Okay, thank you for saying that. Because the reason why I'm asking her, to whoever you are calling in, the reason I'm asking her to qualify this, because too many people is almost too vague. And you got to understand, you don't look like this lifting 1 pound. You just don't. I'm sorry.
But because of the 40 years I've been training, I don't have to do as much.
Right, but this is you. I'm talking about this lady right here.
Somebody just to start.
Yes, just getting started.
I said
she's never been in the gym a day in her life.
I have 5 minutes a day. That's all I could do.
That's it, 5 minutes. And I've never been in the gym a day in my life. And
I know. Put one baby on your head and one baby in the front, and you better squat those things.
Do something. Well, there's your.
She's got to be on a program as well. And I always say, do those abs every day, especially with women. Mm-hmm. Do those planks every day. Pat that baby on your back. You can do something.
Do something. Okay.
You could do. And you have 2 jobs. You could do something. I have women that I've had a woman that had 3 jobs before because she wanted to train with me so bad. 3 jobs. She had another coach.
She's expensive.
No, I'm not. She had another coach. She had another coach, and she was with that person. And I never talked about the other coaches in the gym. I won't. What about him? I said, I just want to have a good time.
Right.
That's what I'll say. But I don't say anything. I said, it's up to you, because they watch. Our gym is so, you could see everything. So I'll say, you know what? She goes, but he only charged me this. I said, well, this is what I charge. I'm worth it. And she gave me her money, and in 4 months, she looked amazing. She won a show. Right. She was the one that said, I want to look like Britney Spears. Guess what? Britney never won a show.
Right.
She got up there, and she won a show. She won her first show.
Speak on it.
And while we were at the show, it was a Venice show.
Yeah. Oh.
And she was outside, and there was a girl, and she had muscles. She was a total Brazilian girl. She looked amazing. But the girl that was right next to her was this like little, bikini girl. We were doing figure. And the figure girls have more muscle than the bikini. Right. So they had all male judges, and I was standing right behind those judges, and I was waiting to see, because they were fixated on the blonde. And I said, oh, no, this is not that, guys. Look at the muscle. And she ended up winning because I had to get their eyes over here. This is what we did. We put that work in.
Right.
But
this
is what I'm saying.
I like that.
See,
Franny, you actually are saying that you actually care. And I think people need to understand, not only does she care, and the reason why people get results because folk give a damn. We've gotten to the point where people don't care no more. I talked to Charles Glass. People know he's one of the baddest people on the planet down there when they start talking about Gold's Gym at the Mecca down there. Charles Glass, my dude. And me and him talked about what do we think about these trainers today and the training today. And he said people are just doing it as a job. We did it as, man, we really want to transform and get these people ready for something to take them where they've never been. So you just can't be a person that goes to the gym and just mark off, I went. Because it doesn't work that way. Or the fad diet. I have a little cream and I have coffee. I still have that.
Oh, I have to have it.
I'll have half a spoon. I have to have just a little bit. I have that. See, this is not what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, here today. We're talking about transforming your entire life. Oh, that's too strict. That's too much. No, it's not. When you live this way, like I said before, I said on the last segment, my friend John, I'll say his name, my friend John has been sober for 30 years. He said, man, Jay, if you told people not to eat a cookie for 30, they'd look at you like you were crazy. I said, but guess what? You didn't drink for 30. Do you think it's possible to keep living that way? He said, hell yeah. He said, if I go back to drinking, I start over again. Well, it's the same thing with your body. Franny can actually get out of shape. Right? She could get out of shape because why? Again, she can actually get to the place where you're like, oh my God, right? But she wouldn't allow it, right? There's people that have played this game, lost 4 dress sizes, gained 5 back, or gained 6 because they're not committed. Do you understand? So we got to make sure the audience understands and the people here that actually understand what it is that we're trying to teach you. We're not trying to tell you to go to the gym and mark it off and say, I worked out. No, that is not it. When you train at home, you train in the car, you train on your way, because you're thinking about what you have to do and what you're trying to achieve. Those clothes that's sitting in the back of your closet, we're going to move those to the front. Those 4s and those 6s. See, people just don't give up. That's why I said she's a mentor to so many women. She's a mentor because people have to know somebody cares for you.
Yeah.
See, and that's what the training world has missed. That piece that somebody cares. We know some people that we won't say their name. They're just in there because they look great. Now I'll train you. Yeah, come on, Dre, give me your check. And then people look the same. There was a guy that was at LA Fitness that I forget his name now. He trained this lady. They used to eat cottage cheese in the gym. I don't know if you remember. He had this lady lay it out, and he would have cottage cheese already there with bagels. And this was her trainer, and this woman was still 300 pounds, and they just became friends. Oh. And I'm saying, I don't know if you remember. And I said, what's going on with this, right? Because so many people didn't get that this is not just now we're friends now. So you got to be real careful with that because, again, you're trying to help somebody transition. They can't transition. They're hanging out with you at home and they kicking it with you at the house and y'all calling each other on the phone. It don't work that way. There's got to be some type of a separation so people can understand this is my teacher. This is my mentor. I'm going to respect that. And this is why I now get the result that I get because she cares about me. He cares about me. So that's the key.
I did that last night. There was I trained a whole family in the extended family and the cousin. I mean, the whole family comes in. And there was a point of time that the girls were in there. There was like six of them in the gym at the same time. They all were talking and one was getting up and I was telling this one, you need to stay on here for a minute while this one's doing this. And they started to talk and they got up and I go, hold on, who's the coach here?
Okay.
And I had to get them right back, round them back up. And it does that because, I don't raise my prices. And I do this for a reason. Why? This is how much I care because I want them to stay in the gym.
Right.
I don't sell sessions. I go by the weeks.
That's
because
right.
You need to stay in the gym. Whether you're here or not,
right.
You are going to be charged. But the price is, it's minimal because I want them to get all those sessions in.
Right.
Because you're not going to sit there and go, I'm going to go here. I want them to put this first. You do that afterwards.
I like that. But so in other words, you don't sit around and say, okay, we're going to sell you a package of 10.
I hear that all the time.
It's like, a packet of who?
Yeah.
We're going to do 10. So we do one Monday, one next Monday, and 2 weekends from there. Will you ever get in shape with that kind of a deal? No. Okay. And who does that really benefit?
The coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Again, why I don't do that. Right? I'm talking about changing your life, sir, ma'am. Right? That's what I'm talking about.
Well, they want to train in the gym when I'm not there, and I say no.
Okay, speak on that.
I do that on purpose because I don't want them to, I don't know what they're doing. I want them to injure themselves.
That's right.
Because I make sure that.
See how she cares?
They get a full workout and they need to rest their body. I'm like, could you just do that? I'm like, you got to understand if you want to grow, you need to rest.
Right, there you go. Ooh.
And I rest a lot.
I'm so glad you said that.
I rest a lot. So they don't understand.
What's the weekend? I want to be posted up in this house.
This is one little thing that, and then this woman, I got her in such great shape. It changed her whole life.
Come on.
Changed her whole life. She was, she was still living with her husband. They were divorced, but living together. I said,
right.
By the time you're done, oh my God, within a year, this woman, she She got the paper sign. She got out of the house. She got her own new house.
Wow.
She got her own business. Now she is on a network on a food channel.
Wow.
Within a year. But here's the thing. Because it's a certain type of food, she had to change her diet.
Wow.
Which changed her body. Okay?
Wow.
You can't do that. She's like, yeah, but I need to lose 10 more pounds. I said, look at your body's bigger than it was before.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
now you don't even know what it's, because you know what? Just because it's quote unquote like vegan or plant-based or whatever, doesn't mean you're going to get in shape.
That's right.
It may be in their way the healthier, but what is health like? Health because you're bigger because it's healthier.
I like this one. Can we speak to this, Franny? Do you make your clients eat healthy or do you make them eat right?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
That's right to me.
Okay.
But to them, they're like, I'm not.
Well, cottage cheese is healthy,
But
non-fat.
I'm not eating meat.
But
I don't
cottage
eat
cheese.
meat. Why don't you stop?
What about
Why?
cottage cheese?
Because of the animals? Well, stop it.
Okay.
God gave us these canines. See, that's
Right. To eat them bad boys. That's right. But
Yeah,
see,
but
because
okay, so if there was nothing on the planet,
Right.
you would go for that food. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to go for that.
Well, that's what I wanna say, because
you're not
there's-
eating dogs. You're not eating your food.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? You're not eating like your cat.
because people again, they've been told over the years,
Yeah.
you know what, hey, you got to eat this way or you got to eat that way. You're teaching people how to be okay. You're not trying to teach people how to eat healthy. You're trying to teach people how to eat right, which is the right way to eat and the way you want to look.
They're
Am I
talking
right?
about animal cruelty. They're talking about that. I'm like, go where your husband just beat you, and then you're not going to eat.
Right.
That's,
But wait a
that's
minute.
being cruel.
Okay, but wait, watch this. But I wanted to ask you this because again, I just want to get real specific about this, if you will, because people have been told, hey man, you got to eat healthy, and you hear people say, well, I eat low-fat sugar.
Yeah.
Low-fat pancake, and I have low-fat syrup.
Sugar.
I have low-fat syrup on myself, and I eat the Philadelphia cream cheese, the light one, the whipped one, the one that's whipped. I have that on some saltine crackers. So I have 5 of those. Okay, what do you say to that? Is that healthy or is that eating right? What is that?
It's not.
How do you look if you ate that
It's
way?
eating what you want to eat.
All right, thank you.
It's
Call
satis-
it what it is.
It's satisfying yourself.
Okay, so
when they
is that
post it, when I post things on Instagram,
yeah?
even though they're not my clients any longer, they've been my clients before.
Right.
I make a comment. Oh, that looks nice. Get rid of that bagel.
There you go. See,
But I just had it. Don't get.
too late. I
did.
ate the other half.
It doesn't matter. Get rid
Right.
of that.
That's right. See, but notice what
Oh, Francesca, you're so okay. Well, listen. They always because that's what it started off as, food on Instagram. The food
That's
and
right.
the pets. That's
That's
how
right.
they started.
That's right.
I saw this morning. I don't know what kind of training it was. I have this woman last. She started in a pool and she. Okay, now there was no weightlifting, but it was. They're going to hurt themselves. They were pushing, and that you on the track, and they were
Yes,
the ropes. and
yes,
they're
pulling the thing, yeah.
Okay, you're going to hurt yourself. Okay, but you're not shaping up your physique. They're like, okay, you could get stronger because at an amount of time,
Sure.
The Atlas got,
Yeah.
you get stronger, but
Yeah.
that's a man lifting over the shoulder. You're
Right.
doing, that's like a shoulder press. But you're not going to. I've seen women and I've seen men. They're big and they lose the size, but they don't have no shape.
No development, right.
There's no development.
So you're saying there's a way to get the way to train to get actual development.
you shape it.
You just can't do stuff like I'm gonna pull the rope, I'm gonna push my car.
No, I'll make the girls push the car.
Okay.
But that's for their condition. That's not.
That's something else though.
That's what they're the ones like doing bicep curls or
Okay.
doing squats.
Okay.
They're doing something else.
Okay.
That's not all we're doing.
Okay, but people are seeing it as when they look on Instagram and the dude is just pushing the van, they think, well, this is how he got like that, and he actually looks great. So they're saying, but this is how he got like that. It's like, no, dog, that ain't how he got like that.
I met many a woman.
Okay.
And one time, and she ended up training with me.
Hmm?
I met her. It's funny how we met. We just got talking about it the other day, in the parking lot at the bank, and she said, "Oh, where did you get that? I want your body." I went, "Oh, here's my card when you're ready." I said, "When
Wow.
you're ready." She goes, "Well, I ride my horses." I go, "The only person that's in that exercise is the horse,
Right, speak on that.
not you."
Speak
Unless
on
you
that.
get off that horse and you push them up the hook like that up the hill, you're gonna get. And then her and her friend came.
Wow.
And they both did a great job. Now, her friend just came back to me. That was like 6 years ago. Her friend just came back to me this week because she knows this. She's been on the waiting list for like a year.
Wow.
And she kept asking. So I don't need, like, my people, they know how. I'd rather have somebody come back to me that already knows how I train
Right.
than a new person because they know. I don't have to explain how serious I am. They already know I'm serious. They just keep their mouth shut. They do the food plan, and I'm encouraging them as soon as they get in.
Right. Well,
I don't start. I always tell them though, as the weeks progress, you're coming up to my level because I ain't coming back down to yours. You should be here by now.
Right.
You should be here by now in your weight. You should be here now in your fitness.
Right.
You should be able to do a pull-up. You should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. Well, you know what? Now, listen, some people have injuries. I try to go around them.
That's right.
So that's when the conditioning work comes in. Or I'll say, you know what? I'd rather you train with him. That's his, that he knows how to do that.
Okay. So you have no problem sharing with other people.
Never. I do it all the time. But what's a nice compliment for me is one of the coaches will they'll leave for a week and they'll ask me, could you train my client?
Wow.
While I'm gone. And that's such a nice compliment.
That's got a nice synergy at Gold's Gym.
Yeah. You know, when you got kicked out, being kicked out, one of our main trainers got kicked out because he utilized the floor because he's helping people. He was good, but everybody, all that stuff is all around. But you know what? He helped people. He helped people with strokes walk better. Those are the kind of people like that need those kind of bands and stuff when people need them, but not to get in the shape but he still lifted weights with them.
Of course.
You need everything.
Of course. I think that's majorly important that people understand there's a right application for certain things. If bands were the only thing, why would Mr. Olympia be doing 1,200 pounds on leg press? If you walk into a building and all they have is ropes and bands, you're probably not going to get in shape. Maybe you get a little conditioning, but if they don't have a hamstring machine and a squat machine and a chest press and an incline and dumbbell, those are tools that you need. It's like I'm going to bake something, but I ain't got no oven and I ain't got nothing to bake. And I'm going to bake something. What you want? It's like, dog, you already know that ain't going to work. Right. And people get discouraged because they'll go take Pilates and say, I'm taking Pilates to lose weight. That ain't what that was for. Right. I'm going to get the rubber bands and start doing the bands and stuff because I saw it on TV because a girl who was in the commercial looked real good, looked just like Franny, and she was doing the bands, and that's how she got like that. That's not true. They were just selling bands. They hired her to sell bands.
She started as a gymnast, trust me.
Yeah, or she started, and she got in great shape and got hired to do that job.
Right.
There's people that have approached Franny for years. And a lot of people don't know this. They've approached her for years. Will you endorse this? Will you be in our movie? Will you do? Well, because they want to use her hard work, right? She don't mind you writing a $100,000 check, fine. But there are some things she would not endorse. She said, because I know what you're going to do. You're going to mislead the audience again.
Because Billy Blanks doesn't, back in the day, remember?
Yes, I remember his show.
You're not going to get in shape doing that.
Absolutely.
Because most of it's,
But it's all cardio. But that's what I'm saying. There is an audience that said, hey, I just want to do cardio. All right, fine. But when you talk about now that you've gotten older and you saw all that cardio did do nothing but burn all your muscle off and shit hanging and flabby, now you're like, hey, Franny, remember back in the day, I was the one that was teasing you. I want to get up in that gym.
The muscle stays. We get smaller, the muscle stays.
That's right.
But the cardio, you'll just get...
You just burn up all your muscle and burn up all your...
I want to get lean, but you have to have muscle to get lean.
What do you say to muscle memory? I got to close with this, and then we're going to close. What do you say to muscle memory? Because I hear it so many times taken out of text, right? I ain't never lifted weights in my life, but I heard muscle got memory.
Well, you have to have muscle.
Does that apply to you? Right? No. Muscle can remember. But wait, you've only walked. I know, but muscle got memory. Wait, baby, that don't apply to you. Muscle applies to what Franny's doing right here. She has muscle memory because she got muscle, right? And she has development over the years, so the muscle can remember. But you ain't never lifted a weight in your life. You out there doing Zumba and dancing. Okay, that's great, but ain't no muscle to remember. The muscle ain't been under no stress. You ain't squatted nothing. You ain't pressed nothing. You ain't leg curled nothing. You ain't lunged nothing from one end of the parking lot to the other end till your ass is on fire. So the muscle has nothing to remember. So there's so many misconceptions out here because everybody wants to get the audience to go this way, so buy this, and get the audience to go this way and buy that. It's like, no, sir, no, ma'am. The biggest thing is let's go back to the basics. Training 101. Right. Grab some weight, grab some food, get some sleep, get some water, and repeat that shit again. Let's start it again tomorrow. Let's see how long you can stay with that. See, many people don't understand what goes into this, right? You'll see Franny, let's say she went to a cardio bar. And women walk in like, look at her. Yes, I like this. If people can look like, we just assume that she looked like that because she's standing in there. That ain't right. But there's people that'll let that happen because they want the customer to come in. And I like Francesca's integrity because she's like, no, baby, I came in looking like this. How you doing? Don't get it twisted. You ain't gonna get like this doing cardio bar and bending over and doing all this stuff. No, you're gonna have to hit some iron at some point. And that's what I love about her because she's going to tell you the truth. And that's what people need to hear right now. We're not going to try to mislead anybody, right? And if anything, we're going to set the record straight. Training 101. And that's you have to push some iron.
Yeah, and you have to be willing to sacrifice and be disciplined.
Thank you.
Like even being single for a reason. I'm single because they're like, oh, your expectations are too high. No, they're just too high for you. They're not high. It's just who I am. I don't expect anything, but you better be. You have to. The water meets its own level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think lack. I don't think that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the universe is abundant, and I always tell the people, there's so much food.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Right.
It's just not here for now, and then you're not going to want that kind of food.
You're not. When you get in great shape, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you really
It
love
feels
how you look.
so good.
It's such a feeling. You can't buy it. You just have to
wake up.
try it.
You wake up and
That's
you're
it.
like, oh,
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
got
matter
abs.
what your
It's gone.
age
I feel
is.
great. Oh my God. I mean, and I love that excitement, and that gives me energy, to be honest with you.
even
That
when
really
I was,
does.
Even when I was younger, I would be
Yes.
like, what am I going to do when I'm 40? Well, what am I going to wear? What is my clothes going to be? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost 60. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. And that's an investment of time
And
over
I
here.
love saying my age.
Amen.
Some people are like, don't say your age.
Well,
I
don't
go,
say mine.
Don't. Don't say. Well, they'll say, well, you could be. You know, it's not a compliment to say. You know, well, you could pass for 40. It's a compliment to say I'm 60. That's the compliment.
Amen.
Not
And
like
60 would
40.
work, right? And I don't look. Do you like that woman? You look good for your age. That ain't a compliment, dog. Who you comparing me to?
Yeah.
Okay, no, you look good for
Just
your
like
age,
50.
though.
Yeah.
Nah, dog. Nah.
But I get going and caring. Like I care about the people in the gym. I don't just care about my clients when I see the elderly people and stuff because I'm going to be there.
Amen.
So I'm going to. How you doing? No, you just
Be
help.
nice to me.
You have to help. And there's some people that don't like me, and not everybody's gonna like me, and I don't care. That's I don't care. Oh, because they want where the trainer is. They want to be where the trainer is and bug. Like I have girls. They want. Could we work in with you? I said no. That's why she hired me.
Wow.
So she doesn't be around
I
those guys.
see.
Oh, it's always something with you. Okay, you could take that over there. You know, I mean, I have to. I don't like to say put up with.
Well, of course. Say
But
what you need to say.
having your own gym is different than being.
Yes. A lot of things I don't deal with that when I hear her talk like this, I'm like, thank God I don't
Because
live in that
I
life.
do get to leave
Yes, you
and
do.
not come back.
Yes.
And that's the nice blessing of not having my own spot. But at the other side of the spectrum, like I've been at Gold's for 20 years, so people know that I'm there. They come find me.
They know your name. And do you mind
That's so nice.
sharing with people your website in case somebody wants to get a hold of you and
I
somebody.
just have an Instagram. It's
what is it?
It's Physique by Francesca.
Okay, Physique by Francesca. And I think
there's a lot of my before and after clients, and I love posting them. I love my people and throughout the day, like the husband and wife that would never even think about coming in and training at the gym, and they've lost so much weight over here, and I'm like, oh my God, and then they're competing against each other.
wow.
And then she's pushing him away, and then he's pushing her, and they look amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mike and Anna.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where our time is, but doggone it, I bet it's time to go. Where's my DJ at? I guess is he back there? He's telling me he didn't give me no signal, but bless his whole heart because he gets so excited. He forget to say cut. I'm like, bless his heart, and I get like that myself. But anyway, I want to thank my special guest, friend, Francesca Appolito, for coming on the JNETICS live show. This is so awesome because when you really stop and think about it, Franny, you didn't think I'd be where I'm at today, and neither did I, right?
Oh, I know you'd be. I know you'd be here.
And you,
Yeah.
okay, and you here too with me, which is awesome when you can bring up friends from back in the day to be on your show, and you ain't got no newbies, right? You got people saying, no, we put the work in shoulder to shoulder together, and we did the work. So again, I want to say thank you to her, and again, this is her Wednesday, it's her day off as well, but she decided to come hang out with us on JNETICS Live. So again, I want you guys to reach out to her at Gold's Gym. I want you to make sure if you are about to get into the best shape of your life, you're going to have to remember, you're going to have the right people, the
Only if
right
you're
thing,
serious.
the right thoughts to call this lady, because if you don't, and you got to have your money right, because she don't play with her green. So again, I'm Jay from JNETICS saying to you, eat right and stay tight until I see you again.
God bless.
And don't stress. Fran, you ripped it up.